Good morning, guys. Today we'll be working on an Xbox Elite Series 2 controller. The customer had two problems with it. The first one, the left trigger was sticky. So I've already sorted that out, but I'll try and explain what I did. See if we can get this to zoom. So on here, where the trigger is, there's a very small foam pad which basically, when you release it, it stops it from going back too far. And somehow that little pad had come loose and was sitting on the bottom of the, is that in focus? There. So somehow the pad had come loose and had gone around and was sitting underneath here. So actually the adhesive for the pad was open and it was sticking on the plastic housing. So every time you released it, it got stuck and then you could feel it sticking. So that was an easy enough fix. The other one's also good. There. So that was easy enough. The second thing is the shoulder buttons, the tactile buttons. Customer says that they are intermittent, so we will need to switch out the tactile buttons here, and in order to do that we have to get the two boards out. So we have to desolder these wires, take the first board out to get to the second board, and this is where the buttons are sitting. We'll remove them and put in two new ones. That should sort it out. Alright, make note of how these cables are. So focus. The grey on top, black, red on top, black, and it'll be the same on the other side. Black and red. Grey on the top, black on the bottom. Let's get going. Okay, so we have the board out. Here are the switches. They're held in by four connections. Normally the factory solder is non-leaded, which has a higher melting temperature. So the technique I'm going to try and use is to flood the connections with leaded solder, which will lower the melting point, and then try and use braided wire to get the solder off. Not sure how good this picture is going to be, but let's give it a go. Okay, so we're back. We've received the new tactile switches. The old ones took quite a bit of effort to get out. I don't know whether it's the tools I'm using or the fact that the board is quite thick. It took a lot of heat to try and get them off. I actually had to use the hot air gun in conjunction with the iron to try and get them out. I also had a bit of a noob mistake when I was recording the removal of those switches. I ended up working off camera for most of it. I'll put a little picture-in-picture thing on screen now so you can see what I mean. So I'm trying a different camera angle. See if we can get better footage. Basically where I'm at now is I put the new switches in and I'm just about to solder them back in place and then clean up the board. Okay, so I've had a lot of issues with my video recording, but happy to say that the controller is sorted out. Put it back together, and I'm just doing a test on Gamepad Tester. You can see that all the buttons are working. The issue with the left trigger was sticky. That's sorted out, and the bumper buttons, left and right, everything seems to be good. There's no drift on the thumbsticks. Returns to normal, sit still, up and down. So everything looks good. Hopefully next time I don't have so much issues with my recording. I'm going to try and organize a better camera setup. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and feel free to share the video, and we'll catch you in the next one. Thanks. Ciao.